So just a quick video from me. It's that time of year again. I'm not a major fan of Christmas, to be honest. I think it's a lot of hassle and pressure on people for nothing. That's nothing against people that have Christmas as a legitimate religious celebration. That's absolutely fine. If you're religious and you celebrate Christmas for those reasons, great. But if you're not, personally, I think it's a lot of effort, a lot of pressure on people. I have nothing against Christmas Day. But really, Christmas Day is a day to spend time with family and people you want to be with. Have some nice food. We're going to my parents, which I'm looking forward to. So I've got nothing against Christmas Day. I actually quite like Christmas Day. It's all the other crap before and sometimes after it that I can't be doing with. And it seems, certainly from a business point of view, people seem to, I don't know. I was speaking to my son earlier about it, and I think people start getting lazy. Oh, it's Christmas, and it's a week before Christmas Eve. It's not. And yeah, anyway, I'll stop moaning and being a Grinch about Christmas, but it's not actually the thing I've got a problem with. It's all the other crap around it. And anyway, so it's this time of year that I start looking forward to the new year. I'm a big fan of New Year's. But if you can hear the tapping, it's Mally wanting attention, as he always does. The older he gets, the more French he gets. But anyway, yeah, let's start looking forward to what's plans next year. And for me, I had a big, quite a big pivot, probably 15, 16, maybe even 18 months ago now. And what actually triggered the pivot off was when Gabby, who I'm lucky enough to have been with now for 7 years, and she's my longest relationship I've been in, which I'm blessed to say. Not blessed all the time. She's Romanian, so she's got a slight attitude sometimes on her, but generally 99% of the time I'm blessed to be with her. And she said to me, this got to be 18 months ago now, she said, why do you try and do too many things? And I thought long and hard about it. I didn't answer straight away. And the long and the short of it is that many years ago, I decided not to have all my eggs in one basket, but I probably took that to the other way. There's a fine line between having all your eggs in one basket, but then trying to do too many things and all of those things not particularly going very well. And when I made the decision, it was after my one big basket fell apart. And it wasn't that I should have diversified, but I should have diversified 12 months before. Anyway, the long and the short of that is that thinking about that, I decided to pivot and focus. So the reality is that my two main business focuses are Prompt Dynamics, which is AI software for business, which I'm lucky and blessed to be a partner with 3 other great guys on. And that's going well. We've got some great products out to help businesses. We've got some really staggering plans for 2025, which will enable us to be able to provide bespoke software for businesses and very niche software, AI based, for anybody, any business related. So if you're a plumber, if you're a restaurant, we will be able to provide software for you. So yeah, really interesting stuff going on there. And you know what? I've always had patience, has always been an issue, and I've had to learn to try and be patient, which I'm certainly better than I was with. But sometimes I get frustrated that things are not moving quite as I would want, as fast as I would want. But the reality is 2025 is set to be a really good year for Prompt Dynamics. And then my other business focus is realetrepreneur.com. Now, you've been hearing me talk, if you watch any of my stuff, you've been hearing me talk about this for a while. We did a lot of tests this year. We tested a £25 month membership. But over the last 3 months, I've made the decision that I got to rework the plan as to how it's going to be, which is why you've not seen me talking about it every single day and every week. But those plans are now formulated in my mind. And the great thing about Real Entrepreneur, my business partner, Simon Hodgkinson in Prompt Call Dynamics, when I was talking to him ages ago about it, just as he was getting into AI, and I've been talking about doing this for a long time. And he said, you've got to infuse AI, which is ultimately the future of business for everybody, into Real Entrepreneur. So the great thing about it, although I've got two separate things that I'm focusing on, two separate businesses, there's actually a massive synergy between the two. And for instance, in our premium membership for Real Entrepreneur, you will get full access to all of our Prompt Call Dynamics software. So there's a massive synergy there, which really I was working for many months in my head as to how to bring the synergy together even closer, so that ultimately the focus leads to, yes, two separate things, but there's a lot of synergy and there's a lot of stuff going on between the two. And that's what I'm doing. So yeah, the reality is that Real Entrepreneur won't be a big launch with everything in place. Ultimately, the core concept of Real Entrepreneur is a monthly membership. But the testing we've done on that this year shows we need to rework it. And that's what we're doing. So realistically, end of January, we're going to be going full all out to launch realeNtrepreneur.com. And for those of you that don't know about it, since COVID, Zoom's took over. Nothing wrong with Zoom. Use Zoom all the time. But I think there's a real yearning for people to meet face to face. There's nothing better than meeting people face to face. And that's what's going to be happening with Real Entrepreneur. We're going to be having local partners in each county. The first big plan is to have a Real Entrepreneur partner in every county in the UK, to be able to arrange local meetings once a month and a fusion of education in the meeting. So there'll be experts talking about specific things, and then the rest will be very informal networking. I'm not a massive fan of the whole networking thing, because I think a lot of people end up just networking for the sake of it and not actually getting a lot done. But the reality is in life and business, specifically with business, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And there's a massive power in being able to meet people in your local area. And the great thing with Real Entrepreneur is it will be a worldwide thing. It'll be online, so people will be able to meet who are not necessarily in their local areas, but at the same time, there'll be a fusion of the two. So yeah, they're my two main business focuses. Outside of that, I'm really excited to be properly launching Pioneer Pigeons, which is my passion project. For those of you who don't know, I'm a massive fan of racing pigeons. And I'm really excited to be having 24 pairs of pigeons breeding to compete in races all around the world next year as well. And I got a couple of other things. Pigeons is a passion of mine, but there's a few things in the works with that. But I'm just really excited to be able to breed for that. So yeah, that's kind of my outlook for next year. You may have heard me talk about the long-term plan of moving to Portugal. That's still very much the plan. We'll just have to see when that can happen. It's about timings, everything, finding the right place for us and what have you. But yeah, that's a brief overview of what I'm looking at in 2025. You're going to be hearing me talk a lot about all of the things I've mentioned and more over the course of the coming months. I wish you well in 2025. Now's the time to start planning what you want to achieve in 2025, and shoot for the stars and hit the moon. And we all keep going until we achieve what we want to achieve. Thank you for watching. Catch you very soon.